there was another woman down in the South who had made a video about me. Mind you, I don't even know this lady from a can of paint, but she's a tarot card reader. And she said personal things that had happened the night before when I had gotten into an altercation with somebody where I live at, and I was defending my son. And so she's letting it be known that she's listening to my devices. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm just a subscriber. Why would she do that? So when I come on her page and I confront her as a woman, she gets mad, and then they like join forces. So she gets in contact with other tarot card readers that I don't know, that I don't have no beef with. And next thing you know, they all doing videos about a subscriber. But was the deep part about it, they wasn't just doing videos about me. They actually had joined into some type of hacking into my devices where they can hear me and watch me from the camera. Because like I said, one of the videos, the lady had on the same robe that I had on. She ain't had the hair, because you don't know. The hair was staying on top of the head and crazy, whatever. But everything else, you could tell that they were like watching me, and it's weird. So then, like I said, then it was a beef between a big tarot card reader out in LA who is like number one. I was like subscribing to her channel. Her and another sis got into it with their own little beef. Then next thing I know, I go on the one reader channel, the one that's like more like natural, because I don't really want to put them out there. Like she wears like locks and stuff, she, reads a lot of books and things like that. She made a comment one time about an incident that happened with me and my son in the park, which means that she was watching me like make comments on other people's channels and stuff. And she goes, and mind you, what they did was they watched me, and then they went on my Facebook page. On my Facebook page, I have a Nefertiti sign up on there, right? So another tarot card reader says something about that, like, oh, you think you into spiritual, you think you're into Egypt and all this kind of weird stuff. Then the other one reader that's in the South, she just trying to get her views up. So when the two readers, the real big one from LA and the other one started beefing, she jumps in the beef to, get her little views up. And in the meantime, she calls me out. And what she says is, you shouldn't jump from channel to channel and watch person to person. You should stick to one reader, blah, blah, blah. Then they start saying, be careful of the devil. Yeah, it's a devil out here. Somebody out here that's like, be careful and all this type of stuff like that. Somebody doing witchcraft and all this kind of stuff. And to me, it's all like clicking in. Then there was a guy in astrology, a younger guy who I watched, who did a lot of videos about Taurus, the Taurus touch, the Taurus, this very big YouTuber. I was a fan of his channel, okay? Very bizarre. I find he's making videos, personal things coming at me as well. Right. After I had confronted this guy, though, I had called him up several times and asked him, are you a part of stalking me? Because I found your name in one of my phones. And mind you, I had to keep replacing phones and stuff. If you ever been hacked, that's a serious situation. Which, when you're hacked, they mess with your devices. They mess with your cars, like all kind of crazy stuff. So he told me that he wasn't doing it. I said, okay, cool. But then he asked me a question. He goes, I'm not hacking you, but whoever's hacking you is probably doing it so they can see you in a sexual manner. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. Then he asked me if I could send him pictures of me in an inappropriate manner. I instantly called the police and made a report because I already found him in my device. Then, now I know that they're logging into my devices. So what I did was I screenshotted everybody's picture that's hacking my phone on YouTube to let them know when they hack into my phone, I see y'all. I know that you're on my phone. Then I start doing my thing, because my thing is, if you're doing tarot cards, if you're reading or whatever the case may be, you're tapping into some kind of source or spirit or whatever the case is, and then you're coming at people that might be a African religion or a different religion than you, but you're still doing kind of like the same thing. And then when you hack in somebody's phone, see, when you hack in my phone, I have no filter. I'm gonna put all, especially if I know you're doing it, I'm gonna put all kinds of stuff out there on you. You know, yeah, screenshot your picture, put a couple little, yeah, give you that little spiritual work or whatever the case may be. Because I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can turn on a subscriber and stuff like that that are watching your channel. Once again, this is only directed to a few YouTubers that have really big channels that made this little secret thing. Then you have another YouTuber that does Wiccan magic. Not there's nothing against it because I do magic. But she came for me too. And the funny thing was I loved her channel. I watched her channel every day for probably like 2 years. And then all of a sudden, I guess somebody got in contact with her. So she joins the little team. So now that's 5 people. Nobody gets in contact with me. Nobody tells me anything. Nobody, nothing. They just on the phone watching, getting more angry because every time, like I told you, they jump on the phone. I'm, screenshotting the pictures, doing what I do. So, next thing I know, when I go to their little channels and start watching, not only are they making videos and stuff about me and talking about me in a personal way, but they're saying personal things that only somebody would know if they were hacking into my phone, which is a little weird. So that's what I would say about that. And then it turned into some like little campaign of bashing and things like that. So let me just be honest with you guys. First of all, like the whole little twin flame thing. I was caught up in it too at one point. It's addictive. You want to go in there, you want to see little things, but it is what it is. If it works out with you in a relationship, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So you can become addictive to a reader because you're missing a relationship that is over. So you really want to the reader for that, but in the meantime, they just, making a couple dollars or whatever. And then my whole other issue is with a lot of readers that are saying that they're Christian, but they only call on Mike, Angel, Gabrielle, or they only call on this and that and the third. And people that cast spells or do some kind of magic are bad. And if you do this and that, or whatever the case may be, you're a bad person or you're the devil, the blah blah blah. How many gods are you worshiping? In reality, if you had any kind of education, because I actually did go to school and I did take up African studies and I did learn about many different religions. And to break it down to you guys, the African spiritual religions are very old. And all of the slaves brought them with them all over to Cuba, to Haiti, to Jamaica, to America, to all over. Like they never forgot it. They kept it. And they were not allowed to practice their religion because they were under slavery. And that was, part of the, being in bondage. Is that they didn't want them to have their power. They didn't want them to be able to do their thing because they knew that with that spiritual knowledge and practicing spirituality, they would have probably been able to come up out of that slavery because they would have had that when somebody strips you of your right to practice your religion, that's kind of that's serious things. So, basically, like that's why I started making this channel. Like, and I just want to teach people that there's all different religions. You have Hindu, you have Buddhas, you have Islam, you have Voodoo, you have Yoruba, you have Judaism, You have uh many others. Many. But it's only one God at the end of the day. Like as long as you believe in God and you pray and you really like within your heart, like it's a higher source than you, then you're okay. We're doing good. You know? So, like that's pretty much it. But if you come for me, see it, and especially like in a spiritual realm, and see what was said was that I know nothing. The one YouTuber that was in LA, she actually made a comment about my skin complexion, and she said that that the light skins blacks that are in America, that we're not even human. We're aliens. And we don't have any knowledge. And our ancestors, our roots don't equal up to her roots. Something crazy like that makes no sense. Once again, these are all slave mentality things that come from slavery, from the slave master. It is BS. Just because I'm light skinned doesn't mean that I don't have ancestry in Africa. Like, are you dumb? Like, what's up with you? Come on. Just like you can be dark skinned, you can have a lot of European descent in you. You know that, right? Okay. And then y'all didn't even know me. First of all, I'm not a mulatto. None of my parents is white. Both of my parents are black. So I like I don't get it, because that was something else y'all was saying. Like the white girl and all that. Like it was a lot of what. Like come on, you know. Now what I want to know is, where are your knowledge? Because the one YouTuber that's in California that has a lot of people watching her page, every time when she sets up her little tea candles and when she does her little readings, she never shows her face. But when she has a clock, you can see the reflection of the face, through the clock, right? Now, when she does these readings, she always says, they told me, because they're talking, and the spirit guides and the spiritual bus. So she's talking to spirits, okay? If you listen to most of the tarot card readers before they started off, they're calling on a spirit. Most of the times, when you have an angel can sometimes be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your grandmom, it could be a loved one, a brother that passed on is watching over you. They can actually really, in real life, give you a message. So that is what is kind of happening here with some. With the real ones, if you're really reading tarot, if you're really tapping into the spirit, you have to go there. You have to be able to have an ear. Just like a pastor. If a pastor prays, after he prays, he has to be able to listen to the voice of God. Like, so it's the same thing. So you can't judge anybody when you're doing kind of the same thing. What it is that some people have a little bit more knowledge than other people. It's not about your money. It's not about, because another reader, or I'm sorry, not a reader, but a YouTuber, she likes to tell. I saw one female YouTuber do this, and one male YouTuber do this. This guy, he has a channel